Good morning, everybody. Today is weigh-in day. This ends the challenge in my small group and this particular Mary's Mini. Every time I do a rice mini, which this is the second time, I'm going to say the same thing. Good riddance, rice. One thing I did learn about the difference between a potato mini and a rice mini. With the potato mini, I can whip up fast things, in a pinch. With the rice mini, my fast things are steaming up something and throwing some rice in there. It's pretty monotonous, and I know that that's what the Mary's Mini is supposed to be about. But I miss my potatoes. We'll just put it that way. I miss my potatoes a lot. I miss my hash browns. I miss my French fries in my air fryer. I think about a lot of those things during this particular mini. And I had only a couple of rice dishes this time. I didn't do a whole lot of cooking. This week I actually got out of the boot and started walking around at school with my shoes. It's been a little exhausting and painful, but the doctor said it was going to be. Said it was going to be a little bit painful. So, because I need to move that joint around, which has been pretty stationary for a while. So, coming home, prop my foot up, icing my foot, not doing much at night, eating plain stuff, which is, kind of what this is about. But unfortunately, it hasn't put off a whole lot of my cravings this past week. I did lose, though. I lost a little bit more than 2 pounds. So I lost 2.4 pounds this round. Yay! That made me happy. I held my breath. I got on there and I was like, okay, all these little indiscretions I had last week. Please let me have a little loss there. I lost 2.4 pounds. So this morning I weighed in at a cool 230.5. It's teasing me. It doesn't want to go back in the 20s. Now, guys, y'all know what? Before I had that round of sicknesses, maybe about a year or so ago, I was in the 20s. I was all the way in the 20s. And then, I got sick, had to take steroids. Then the holidays came, and I did that same thing that I talked about last time, which, says, come on now, during the holidays, you gotta keep moving forward, which I did, but I had some gains and blah, blah, blah. And then when I got sick, it gave me the excuse to do some really foolish things. And, that was about a year or so ago. Worked my way all the way back up to the 50s again. And so, haven't been sick for a while. Certainly can't blame it on steroids. But ever since I've been, steadily coming down. I stayed at a certain weight for a while, losing it on the challenges in my small group, a few pounds, gaining some of those pounds back, my 4 days off, losing it again on the challenge, losing and gaining those same 4 or 5 pounds. How many of you can identify with that? I'm ready to stop this. I'm ready for this little cycle to end. And I'm peaking into the 20s now. Peaking into the 20s. Haven't been there for a while. And it's been a struggle. And I am leading challenges in a small group. And many of the members in the small group are doing so well. And they're just losing weight. And here's the leader of the group. Just constantly, up, down, up, down, up, down. But I'm hoping now this is going to set me in the right place because I'm peaking right at 20s. And that makes me a little bit happy. It really, really does. I was a little worried there, though. But whoosh, I'm good. If you did the Mary's Mini with me this time, post down below and tell me how you did. You don't have to say your weight, obviously, but how'd you do? Did you lose any weight? Are you satisfied with your progress? and so on. And see, that's the thing. We can do certain things. We can lose. We can stay where we are. But the question is, number one, are you satisfied with where you are? Are you satisfied with what you did? Not where you are, but are you satisfied with what you did? And what's the plan for the next round or the next whatever it is you're going to do? What's the plan? I'm going to talk to my doctor today. I think it's today. I need to look at my calendar. No, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm going to talk to my doctor. And we have a little phone appointment. I'm thinking today is Friday. That's a teacher's life, right? Is it Friday yet? Probably not just teachers. It's most people who work during the week. But I'll have a conversation with her about how things are going as far as my chosen eating plan is concerned. And I know that she's going to convince me to get beans back in my life on a regular basis. Because the beans, that's what helped with my regularity more than anything else. So we'll see. I've begun to refamiliarize myself with Dr. McDougall's program for maximum weight loss. And I'm thinking seriously about doing the Mary's Minis periodically now, rather than on a regular basis like I'm doing now. At the beginning, the first few cycles, I was so focused. Is it your starch? Is it your non-starchy vegetable? If not, you can't have it. The last couple of challenges, I've found myself snacking. That's not good. Found myself snacking more than I need to be, and that gets in the way of progress. Doing stuff that you're not supposed to do gets in the way of progress. How many of you has this happened? You're doing well, doing what you're supposed to do. We're on this journey. We're all on this weird weight loss journey together, right? And then all of a sudden we find ourselves in a supermarket and we're looking at something we're not supposed to have. In my case, it's chips. I don't know what my problem is with chips. And then you say to yourself, now you're not supposed to have that. And then all of a sudden, something just takes over your body and says, get out of my way. And then you grab it anyway. And then there's a series of decisions, because it's not just the decision to look at it. It's not just the decision to put it in the cart. It's not just the decision to pay for it. You could put it away before you get to the line. It's not just the decision to open it when you get home or in the car, as some people do. It's not just a decision to eat one or two. It's not just a decision to eat the whole bag. It's a bunch of little decisions. So whenever we do things we're not supposed to do, whenever we do things that get in the way of our progress, it's a bunch of decisions that we make. Not just one. Especially things like that, because chips are not in my house. And the things that you do that are contrary to what you're supposed to, and as far as your weight loss is concerned, a lot of you, the stuff's not in your house. And if, of course, you have a family who's not plant-based, and that's a battle. That I'm glad I don't have that issue, because that's hard. That would be very hard to have to cook 2 meals and I just can't imagine it. I haven't been in that situation in a while. I have never been in that situation. I've had my kids staying with me, but not as children, because they're both grown. So, like my son's here right now, and he eats what I fix, and a lot of times he fixes his own food, and I would venture to say he's about 80% vegan eating. Not vegan, but he eats probably about a 75-80% vegan diet, only because of his hanging around me. And then when I do cook, put some things up in the freezer, you know, he has things that he can readily eat. And so I know I have not been cooking 2 meals. I just can't imagine someone having to deal with that and having to, you know, prepare his or her own meals and things like that. That's got to be rough. But overall, I'm really happy with my progress. I looked at my first Mary's Mini from long ago. Has like a little bit more than 2 months. And over 2 months, 2.5 months now, I'm down 19 pounds. Exactly 19 pounds. Before I said I thought it was 18, but with the ups and downs, it was a little bit less. And this time I lost a little bit more than 2 pounds. So I'm exactly 19 pounds, because when I first started all of this, I was 249.5. And now I'm 230.5. So that's I'm peaking right in there at the 20s. What I'm going to challenge myself to do now is these 4 days, I have nothing scheduled. I have no outings. I have no appointments. I have no luncheons. I have nothing else, nothing scheduled this weekend. What I think I'm going to do is look at my parameters for the McDougall program for maximum weight loss, and I'm going to stay on plan. I'm going to stay on plan. I'm not going to use this as an opportunity to, you know, to go out to eat, which is what I do. You know, that's you know, 4 days off. That's my time to have the stuff I've been deprived of, as I would say to myself. I'm going to try my best to stay on plan. Stay to the left of that red line, that proverbial red line that's spoken of by many of the gurus in this area of plant-based eating, and see if I can make myself really excited when I weigh in on Monday. Yeah, I'm going to start again on Monday. Not really sure what plan I'm going to do on Monday, whether it's going to be another Mary's Mini with some modifications, or if I'm just going to go straight to the McDougall program for maximum weight loss. But I am going to start another plan, another 10-day plan on Monday, because I do this with my small groups, my weight loss group, and then just keep moving forward. That's the thing. Keep going. If you lost weight this time, excellent. And I challenge you to challenge yourselves. If you lost weight this time and you're planning on doing another Mary's Mini on Monday or another program on Monday, spend these 4 days and see if you can drop another pound. See if you can stay on plan. See if you can stay focused. That's what I'm going to try to do. I want to start my next program, which is going to start Monday. I want to start my next 10-day challenge below 230. That's what I want. That's my goal for this next 4 days, is to start at under in the 30s. You know, start it at a point that's going to make me feel as if I can really do this, you know. And I feel like I can. I'm almost 20 pounds down. Yay! All right, guys, listen. I did not have a single focus this time, and I just wanted to say hey, let y'all know about my results, and you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye-bye.